Yo, what's good, gamers? Welcome into the stream. Oh my god, it's Friday, baby. I am pretty ready to game. We haven't touched like TCG Live all week, so at the moment my Stellar Crown is not looking too crash hot. I have not really touched any Stellar Crown decks, honestly, which is a little bit tough considering I've got a cup coming up in 2 weeks, so kind of need to lock in. Tassie doesn't really get too many cups, so this is the week where I probably just need to lock in on a deck and just stick with it for pretty much the next week. But welcome into the stream, everybody. Relot, welcome into the chat. How you doing, my homie? Keaton, love your content. Oh, dude, thank you so much. I've really been like trying pretty hard. Like the content side of things, especially like long form. I pretty much had my start doing content on exclusively TikTok. So short form, I, have done for a very long time. So maybe making the shift over to long form over the last, we'll say like 2 months has been pretty grindy. It takes me like ages to edit videos for YouTube, which is the main thing that stops me uploading. So at the moment I'm on like a 2-week schedule. So every like Saturday night for people in like the US and like the UK kind of, is when there'll be one video posted on this channel. And then also that'll be like Sunday morning for us here in Australia. But yeah, today we are pretty much jumping in on Limitless TCG, probably to start out and see whether there's any decks that we want to cook up just to finish out today's stream. I mean, I've played Charizard. I won a cup last week with Charizard, so let's be real. Charizard's still a good deck. It's probably one of the best 3 decks in the new Stellar Crown meta. We're probably going to be gaming with that for a little bit, but it's going to be exciting to see what goes on. Anon, thoughts on Terrapagos? We played literally last stream. If anybody wants to go check the VOD back, we did play Terrapagos Dusknoll. Terrapagos Dusknoll, which the deck felt kind of okay. But the whole thing with Terrapagos was that, granted, you do have like access to the Hoot Hoots and the Noctowls, which you can with any other Terra types in a deck, so that makes it fine. But it kind of just felt worse. Like, you could be playing any of the other turbo archetypes with a Dusknoll line, and you'd get pretty much the exact same result, which is pretty interesting. I think the little text that's on Terrapagos EX reading, you can't attack on your first turn going second, is a pretty big deal with the card. Having extra HP with Bouffalant is fine, but also you can play Roaring Moon, and you can chuck an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule on it, and that'll give you 60 extra HP. You can run, you can run Raging Bolt, chuck an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, but probably chuck Bravery Charms in there. That gets you up to 290, which is like the same as Terrapagos. Roller, welcome into the chat. How good is Serena EX from Paradox Rift? It's a very like fun card. I would definitely put it in fun tier. There's like cards that are playable and really competitively viable, which are definitely like up in the top tier. And then there's playable cards that can function in a deck, but they're more like of a fun deck. So, there's cards that, they're not in the bin. Like, opening up Stellar Crown, there are a lot of cards that are just in the bin. They're like theme deck cards. Melmetal, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, the Greninja, all of those are like bad cards. You can't really run them in anything. Serena EX is playable. It's a fun card. Yeah, it's a live stream, so you can check out the list. I pretty much used Tricky Jim's list. But yeah, we didn't like play too many games with it. I think we probably maybe played like 5 or 6 games, and it just felt like you may as well play a Miraidon, and probably not Miraidon and chug a Duskull line in there. But I don't know. I feel like Roaring Moon, it plays like a lot of items. You can use Night Stretches, you can use Rare Candies, which is just on the download, probably what we're going to be cooking today, a little bit of the Tim 60. But yeah, like, that seems like a good deck that you can run some Dusknolls in, and Raging Bolt, you can, like, squeeze in some Duskulls. So, I don't know, maybe try out some of those as well and see what you prefer. But because it's a big basic deck, at heart, like, it's plays Terrapagos EX in a 3 count, like, it's pretty much there to be, like, a big basic. I feel like you can just run, like, Duskulls in something else. But yeah, you guys test it out. If anybody comes up with anything saucy, definitely jump into our Discord. Discord is linked in the chat if you want to hop over there and have a chat about Pokemon. I'm always down. any time of the day to chat Pokemon. So hop in there if you're not already in the Discord. Running mine with Palkia. Yeah, I think Palkia seems really good. I've seen Palkia with Dusknoirs, Palkia with like a whole load of stuff, and Palkia seems pretty strong. Give me your laugh, bro. I picked up 1.5 for $20. What, just the box? The box? The mat? Reggie Mill? I would love to play some Reggie. Should we play one game of Reggie Mill? Just so I can show everybody how, like, bad the deck is. I think that would be kind of cool. Let's quickly jump onto, Limitless real quick. I've got this deck open. I was looking through some of the tournament results from, like, the last probably 24 hours. And I saw in top 4, there was a Hisuian Arcanine. In what world? So I had to check that out. Look at this deck, dude. This deck is brazy. Radiant Venusaur getting in the mix. I don't think I've seen this card since Durant Mill, and that wasn't even like really a deck when I started playing. That was like a deck that has been like too far gone for a couple of months when I started playing. Yeah, this is like wild. Once during the end of your turn, you may use this ability to draw until you've got 4 cards in your hand. I mean, it's a card. It draws things. So the aim here is that you use Hisuian Arcanine to do 160 damage for 0 energy, because you use Squovit to Nest dash down to 1 card and then use the Knight Academy to put that 1 card onto the top of your deck. And then you hit for the damage, and then you use Radiant Venusaur's Sunny Bloom to draw 4 cards. So the next turn you got 4 cards in your hand. Very, like, interesting deck. If anybody's played games in this, I'd be definitely down to see it. I'll do it. Yeah, all right. We'll run one game. Let's run one game of Wugtrio Mill. Does anybody have a list? I might actually have to, like, put together a list individually. I got all the cards. Just 1 card away from actually cooking with it was super frustrating. Yeah, the problem as well is that, like, I don't know, it just seems so vulnerable to so many things. You only play 2... Like, you can only have space for 2 Wish Cash at one time. So you have your Reggie board, which is 6 Pokemon already in play. Then you have to have your Cornerstone Ogerpon or whatever the Terra type is to have access to the full bench of Area 0 Pokemon. So you get 2 Wish Cash down. But then, if they use anything that snipes 2 Pokemon, you just have to sit there twiddling your thumbs until you can get another Wish Cash going. Which... most decks can probably deal with 1 Wish Cash. So it just seems like there's too many vulnerabilities in the deck. It's something that you'd take to like your local league and hope that no one knew what was going on. And then you throttled some like juniors. But anybody that like knows the game would probably know immediately, hey, there's only reversal energies in the bin. How about we probably target down the guy that can actually use the reversal energies, because Reggie's can't use the reversal energies. Anyway, I thought this was a super cool list, and I love this deck. So I'd be excited just like to try that out one time. If anybody wants to cook any of these lists, make sure you go check out Limitless TCG. It's got all of the results from previous online tournaments. Like here we got a Terrapagos that got top 8. I think there's like 100 and something people in this tournament. So yeah, this is probably going to be similar. Yeah, similar to what we were cooking up the other day. I think we were running a 2-2 Hoot Noctowl line. This is going a little bit thicker on the Hoots. And maybe a little bit chill on the Duskulls. I feel like we might have been like at a 3-1-2 or 3-1-3. But it's a very similar deck list. Deck list in the Discord. Is it a copy and pasting one? I hope so. I'll open up Discord and see if it's a copy and pasting one. I'll pop a bless. Anthony, thank you. All right, we got a list for Wish Cash Mill. All right, how about let's just start out with a freaking Wish Cash, as if we're cooking with Wish Cash is the first thing that we're doing for today. All right, import this wild cook. All right, I definitely don't have 3 copies of Wish Cash. I've got 2. That's on my buy list. That's on my Limitless buy list, on my TCG Live buy list. It is definitely 60 cards. Do we want to change anything out of here? I don't know whether there's even anything that we could possibly change. So the whole point of like the Reggie deck, for people that haven't played the game for that long, is once you get an entire board set up of Reggies, so 1 of each, Gigas, Lecky, Ice, Steel, Rock, Drago, Gigas. You know the rules. Once you get all of those in, you can use Reggie Gigas' Ancient Wisdom ability, which allows you to attach up to 3 energy from the discard pile to any of your Pokemon, which normally, until we had Area 0... Why am I, like, here? Can I just, like, buy? What am I doing? Do I have to... Can I just buy? Can I buy these? These. Can I buy them? Thank you. Yeah, so it allows you to just accelerate energy from your discard pile, which originally was just to only Reggies because you didn't have enough room on the board for anything. But now that we've got Area 0 Underdepths, you can expand your board to 8 Pokemon on the bench, which then gives you, like, so much additional room for gaming, which is wild. It is wild that now you can use Ancient Wisdom to accelerate to any other Pokemon in the entire game. So the point of this deck is just to use Wishcash's Raging and Rocking move, which is for each fighting type energy, you can discard the top card of your opponent's deck. And with Reversal Energy, that means that you can have 3 energies per card. So as long as you're behind on prizes, this counts for 3 fighting energies. You can attach 3 of these from Reggie Gigas, so that's milling 9, which is pretty much hitting 3 heads in a row with one trio mill. But yeah, so we play Cornerstone Ogerpon in the list so that we can actually use the Area 0 Underdepths. Alright, Anthony, you got reverse hollows in here, my guy, making me spend all these credits. I'm so credit poor. Alright, so let's set up new deck 4, and let's play some games. I'm a big fan of Reggie's. I do love Reggie's, but you know, Reggie's kind of lost a lot. Mostly being that, like, Charizard was probably the main thing that pushed Reggie's out of even having a chance. It's just even Gardevoir was, like, super bad. Now Gardevoir's a little bit better because you do have legacy energy, and a lot of the time, at least when I was playing Reggie, still coping on Reggie's, I was playing it into Gardevoir, and you'd just be one Reggie attack short every single time. They'll just be able to, you know, throttle you because they'll just chuck up a Gardevoir and you just would run out of guys. But with legacy energy, you can actually get that one extra prize that you need to take a final knockout. Do I want to go first? Hell yeah, baby. You're rich. Cleet, what's good? Yeah, 3k crafting points. I've stockpiled all my celebrations codes. So if you have celebrations codes, make sure you spend those. Celebrations codes will allow you to, like, cash in for a lot of in-game currency. Dragapult. This is probably fine. Oh, Tyler, what's good? What's up? What's up? Alright, we'll draw oh, great. A Regice. Cool. So, at least we can get a... Alright, we can get a couple of dudes. We don't have, like, any outs to Carmine, which does suck. So, we definitely want to get an Ogerpon. How much HP's this guy got? 70's going to be surviving. So, we need one of these to activate our Area 0. And we also need... Do I even want to get rid of Reversal Energy? We can at least mill 3 if worst comes to worst. Nah, we want it in the bin. And then we'll get rid of Regice because we can just grab it back with Night Stretcher. Oh, actually, it's probably like... Yeah, we might... It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And we'll get a little Boach. Little Boachy fella. And then for next turn, we pretty much just have to use the Energy Lotto to thin. 0 energies. No energies. And even does Dragon Ball even play any stadiums? We're probably fine just wanging that down. Look at that massive bench. Huge bench. And we'll just end it there. We still get at least one turn where we know that they're not going to be attacking. So we're kind of out here praying for top decks, which isn't great. This deck's got no way of, like, drawing into any supporters besides, like, Reggie Drago. I only have 800, yeah. So every single time initially I bought on TCG Online back before this game officially released. I bought all of like the celebrations cards that you could possibly get. So I had maxed out celebrations. So every time I get a celebrations pack, it's all currency, baby. All currency. And then I bought all of the code cards. Well, I didn't buy them. I had, you know, stockpiles in the office next door. Scanned them all in. Got like 200 something thousand credits. And then now anytime that I get enough of the pink currency, I just go to the celebrations page in the online store. And I'll just buy the 6 times packs of celebrations. You just stockpile. I'm never going to need this many. I'm never going to need this many bits of currency, I don't think, ever. So, I'm kind of locked. Yeah, buy celebrations codes. That's the best way to farm money in this game. I don't know any other way. I think if you didn't have celebrations fully completed, you can go to the Chilling Rain. I think there might be a Shadow Rider Calyrex theme or League Battle deck. And I think that also gives you like really good currency too if you've already got all the cards in there. So you might be able to just buy 4 of those and then just keep buying that over and over and over again. This is kind of a stooge. This is scary. Yeah, so at the moment we're just going to be chilling here living on top decks because yeah, we... Like, I don't know, but I probably should have been like responsible to grab a... grab a Reggie Drago to draw cards. But, like, that's our out to Reggie Drago. I think I'm just going to pass this turn. I'm just going to have to push, like, Cornerstone Ogerpon. It's honestly probably just a push Cornerstone Ogerpon until they have something to deal with Ogerpon. Kind of an angle. Alright, so they got Pidgeot. At the moment, the things that they would be able to knock out Ogerpon with would be going all the way up to a Duskull or a Dusknoir, and then they can put some damage on. But they can also hit for 70 damage. No, is it 50 or 70? I feel like it might be 70 damage with the Dracoloak. Yeah, our hope here is that we just don't lose. We don't lose this Reggie straight away. I think they might be able to cook it up though. Yo, Zach, what's up? We're showing how bad Reggie Wishcash Mill is. Because we only play 8 supporters in the deck, which makes it super tough. I'm assuming they got the crystal. I don't think it flashed the crystal yet. Like, good. Thanks, game. So I'm assuming they're going to go knock out here, and then they're going to put one... they're going to put 60 here. We're playing definitely the best deck in the format at the moment. If anybody is, like, cleaning up any wins with this, they don't go for the Ogerpon, brother. They must have a line. They must have some kind of line. They didn't even put 10 here, so they won't be running Canceling Cologne. Choop. Paying a lot of Future Box. Sailor, that's pretty rogue. I like it, though. Yeah, so right now, we've got actually, like, nothing. And our only, like, retreating outs, I think we might play, like, 2 switch cards. I didn't look at the list of the items before we played it. But I think at this point, we just don't do anything. Because if we bench more Pokemon, that's just other things that Dragapult can snipe. So this guy hits for, yeah, 70 for 2 energy. And if they shoot him up into the active, I think it's probably a next game angle. But we might top deck a research. And if we top deck a research, then we can, like, throw things down. Thank you guys all so much for liking the stream as well. I really appreciate it. Not that there's much to like right now. You wouldn't even know if this Reggie Ice wasn't in my hand. You wouldn't even know that we were playing, like, any Reggies in here. Alright. They might give us free prizes. Yes! Give us free prizes. Why are they hitting... That goes down to... Like, that's not even making this maths any better. Alright, we got another Ultra Ball. Whoa! Devo! Craziness. Am I missing something? Oh my god. Bro, I'm actually trolling. I forgot that. Oh, it's the Dracolook that's got the ability. ... Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a sell. Why was I thinking it was Safeguard? It's definitely not Safeguard. I played that card in a deck before. Yeah, that's definitely a go next angle. Love Stall decks. I mainly run... Oh, yeah. Snorlax is way better. Yeah, he doesn't have an ability. I don't know why I thought I was Safeguard. I was like, yeah, chuck him up there. We're in. All right, that wasn't a game. We don't count that one. No one saw that. Yeah, it's like, oh, 200 damage. That did damage. Uh-oh. I think we would have just like had. Yeah, I don't think there's like anything we can do besides maybe like gust up something on the bench, but because they've got Pidgeot already at that point, they can just grab their outs out of the deck. Yeah, Zach, we can do some squad play games. I'm down to squad up. Do you have my thingy, my ID? I liked the Reggie deck that had Thorntons in it. Has anybody seen the Reggie deck that was like out before Stellar Crown that had Thorntons? Alright, we've actually got some dudes that we can play. Carmine in the hand. Pretty brazy. Alright. So this could be any deck. Any number of deck. How much HP has the Wishcash got? Alright, it's looking like a Zard angle. They ain't even gonna know what's coming for him. 140. Alright, so that survives. Alright, we're just gonna throw all these boys down. We do need one space available for our... that does it. Alright, so we want a second Barboach. Second Barboach, but we probably grab... Do we have Steel on board? Steel's on board. And we've got 2 of everything else. Lecky, we'll just grab one of these guys. They won't be able to knock out our Barboach, because they'll only be able to... Oh, they could. I'm super scared of them. I'm super scared of them taking out our second Barboach, and then we don't have any mill outs. Alright. We'll get a Barboach. We can chuck down Area Zero. We play so many of them. Chuck down this fella. And over to them. Gonna try and cook up a metal deck. Coop, have you seen... I mean, I'm assuming you've seen Dialga V-Star. Dialga V-Star. Still pretty decent. Still pretty decent. Alright, so Curse Blast can do some damage. And that's what we're scared of. If we get a Wishcash, we'll be out of range of them taking out one of our Wishcash and then also, like, gusting up one of these other Barboach. So, we're pretty fine. Like, the Cornerstone Ogre The Cornerstone Ogre Mask? The Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon is kind of, like, chill being in the active because they don't have too much that they can even do to deal with this. And they definitely don't play enough gusting outs to bring up all of our bench spawn for 6 prize cards. And even if that was an issue, we play Legacy Energy, so we could even just chuck a Legacy Energy on something. So they might have to use all of these Dusclops to knock out an Ogerpon, which could be interesting. Alright, we're bowling for some more guys. And we still have... Yeah, so we need a Reggie Alecki and a Reggie Rockdown, which hopefully we'll be able to find off one of these. HD, absolutely, dude. Welcome. How's your day been today? Let's get a Barboach in the mix! I don't really want that Cornerstone Ogerpon in the active. Alright, we're finding all the guys right now. We can mill 0 cards right now. We do have Carmine for next turn. I'm thinking maybe I should chuck down... Like, if we chuck down a Barboach, another one, they can just, like, start cleaning us up. So, I think we do still have to fill up our bench with all the dudes. And then next turn, I wish you could reorder the board. Drago, yeah, we got every single one of one guy. All right, cool. Ancient Wisdom's online. We will just Ancient Wisdom straight away. Even though we can't, like, do anything with this card yet. And then we just, like, Super Rod. A Wish Cache. Like, they need to take a knockout for us to activate the reversal, which does suck. But we can, like, pressure them a little bit early. By just saying, hey, look at this board we got set up. How are you going to deal with this? But this guy being able to knock out 2 things is what's super scary. So if they get this up to a Dusknoir, knock out this one, we're going to have to push up Ogerpon. But the good thing... Because it sucks because they're going to give us 1 prize card, then this one's going to come out to take out the active. So, selling! They're selling! They're selling! Mill's online, baby! Get the mill online. Come on, knock out this one. And then we'll start pushing up. Probably Reg Ice. Hopefully they can knock out Reg Ice. We play 2 Cornerstone Ogerpons, so... But if they knock out a 2-prizer, like, that's going to skew the prize trade for them. Like, they can just play the entire game, just recycling these, knocking out themselves. Counter catcher. Double selling. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have to worry about the cape, my guy. I don't think the cape's going to be the difference maker of this game. Alright, we got a Wish Cache. That's really good. Now we just need a second Wish Cache. So this gets us there. Now the only thing is that we just need to go behind on prize cards, which is scary for Dusknoir. Is this going to be for a skull? It hella is. Like, this is why the deck feels super bad, because you have to wait for them to make the first move. Here, I don't know how many switch cards we've got in here, but I feel like we can just push this forward. It's not going to get attacked by anything at the moment. We'll go Wish Cache there. Let's send. We can send. Wish Cache. Yeah, your opponent has to be the one that's being, like, proactive. So if they know what they're doing, they can just, like, cheese everything. Alright, so now we're locked in. They can't knock out our 2 Wish Cache in 1 turn, which is what we need. We've got our Night Stretcher to grab back Reggie Gigas. I think we might just go for a... Rod. For these 2 little fellas. 2 switch cards. Money. Yeah, like, we don't want them targeting down one of our dudes as well, so... Like, that's kind of fine. Alright, we'll just let them try and, like, answer this. Like, they have to find an answer for it. So this way we're covered. If they knock out any of these Reggies here, we can Night Stretcher back for them immediately. And we've got 3 of the Reggie Gigas in deck. So, like, our odds are, like, super chill from offer research hitting all of those. But yeah, hopefully they take a knockout in some form. They've got Dusknoir here. So they can KO. They'll probably KO active. We can push up Steel. Alright. So they're going to be behind on prize cards. Oh, we're going to be behind on prize cards, which is what we need to activate reversal. So that is fantastic. The one time where you actually really want to go behind on prize cards. Now, it would be just nice to find, like, a counter catcher or something that we can chuck up. 2 of my bench Pokemon to discard. Probably Steel and... Alecki, we didn't send back, did we? Oh, we did get a Reggie Alecki back. So we can go Alecki out. And we'll just push up a Rock. Like, we just have so many outs to these guys, which is what makes, like, the deck actually somewhat viable. So we chuck Steel down. We'll have an extra bench spot to grab our... Oh, that makes it a little bit tougher. We'll have an extra bench spot, hopefully. All right, cool. We got a Reggie Rock. We got Night Stretcher to grab back our... This is looking griefed. This is looking griefed. Okay. Push Wish Cash. Night Stretcher for... We need so many things. Night Stretcher because we need Ogerpon. Energy Lotto. Yeah, when you get hit with a collapsed stadium, it's like, what can we do? There's nothing that we can do. So we need this guy. Like, period. And it's a little bit grim. Because we... Gonna lose that anyway. So, is there anything we need to thin out of here? What can we thin? Probably just another one of these guys. Alright. And pray for 5. Pray for 5 big ones. Alright, we got Area 0. That's a start. And nothing else. Nada. I mean, technically, we could go in Reggie Drago right now. But they just have so many outs to Gust. We just don't have it. We just... This deck sucks. Alright, so we can get back Reggie Rock next turn. Yeah, we've lost this already. Like, they'll take knockout here. There's like nothing that we can really do. I'm just gonna chuck in a Reggie and draw some more cards because we kind of like need to at this point. We draw a whole 2 cards. Great, Nest Ball, Stretcher. Like, even if they bumped the stadium once, we would just be, like, so bodied. There's no way this next turn they're going to go through enough cards that we're going to be able to mill them out. Cool. And hit with a massive pass. Is this even, like, supposed to be a good matchup? I think anything that plays Duskulls is, like, such a bad matchup regardless. They haven't, like, been to Turo or anything. Like, they're outs. They've still got Turo. Even if we, like, Gust up Rotom here. Yeah, they've got Boss, so it's, like, game over. Yeah. Long story short, just don't play Reggie Gigas Mill. Don't play this deck. It's, like, a fun, in theory, deck, but you have to be playing against somebody that probably just, like, doesn't have any eyes. So, I mean, that's the mood. All right, so that's not it. Send you a match request. Too easy. Let me just go back and double check. All right, so I think we might check out like the late night after this, and they've got both late nights. We'll have a gander at those, see what's going on. Yeah, it has to be somebody that just like doesn't know how to play the game. Because there's just way too many things to do. What do we want to play into? I've got AG Slash. That's cringe though. I did build. We'll go Team 60 because this deck I need reps in. I've ordered some Duskull V or some Darkrai V Stars, and they still haven't arrived yet. And I think one of them wasn't even like shipped out, so I don't know whether I'm even gonna have the cards to play this at the Cup next week, which is terrible. So I really want to play the deck. But I just don't have 2 Darkrai V-Stars. I've got everything else. No Darkrai V-Stars. Alright, Zach, GG. GG, even GH. Good luck. Have fun. Apple, welcome into the stream. Yeah, if I only didn't sell them a couple months ago, thinking, oh, there's no chance the Darkrai V-Star is ever going to be like a relevant card. All right, what are we gaming with? We got a Fez, we got a Moon, we got a Ninja. We definitely going that one first. I have no idea what you're playing, Zach, but we'll see. Our hand's kind of fire. We got Nest Ball, Stop, Night Stretcher, Dark Energy in hand. Yeah. It should say top left corner. Oh, shoot. Probably go on the main cam would be good. Not the Wiglets! Not the Wug Trio Meal! Not the Wugs. The little wig. What's this? Dig a little? Yeah. Flip a coin if heads. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Finally have enough bench space for my Rotom in Miraidon. On God. Alright, so in this matchup, pretty much we can safely like target the draw engines. It's usually pretty fine. We don't have to worry about Fez. That's not going to be relevant in the slightest. We definitely want to keep Lumineon close to the chest. Our Nest Dash is probably just going to be... I think it's got 90 HP on a Wug, doesn't it? We'll hit the balls first. We kind of want to get a Duskull. But our hand here is like pretty fire. Yeah, our hand's pretty fire. Like getting a Duskull down is like pretty sick, but maybe we want to go hard with a Squawk angle. We're not going to need like any attackers. I think we just want to go hard, go fast. Lumineon's going to get us a Professor Sada out of the deck, which is good. Oh, you stream sniping me, Zach? You stream sniping? Yeah, we're going to be going so crazy fast with this. All right, I want to say Pokestop to the end. No stream sniping. No stream sniping. All right, Primes feels a little bit bad, but we just get it. We can just get it back. Do we even need to like gust up anything? Probably not. All right, I might just get some value out of this stretcher. And we'll hit the business. We'll hit the business. All right, so we didn't immediately find an out to... Didn't immediately find it out to a Duskull, but we do have a Ultra Ball, which can get us in the mix. All right, we got double Ultra Ball. Vessel away, Dark for double energy. And we're happy to get those in the bin because we need some for our Moon next turn. If we take out like 2 Wug Trios, we're free. we're kind of chilling. I don't know whether I really want to get rid of this hand though with Squawk. Probably Squawk was a little bit greedy. Put this card in my hand. Vessel away Stretcher. Like we got plenty in there. I kind of want a second Duskull down, but like that's fine. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need your boy. We won't need your boy. Yeah, we can squad up. Anybody, if anybody else wants to jump in and have a game, like Fridays when we're not doing our like tournament games, like it's just a fun stream where we play whatever. We'll lock in on whatever. Chorus experiments in here. Crazy card. No, not the little Wiglets. And 1 Wug Trio. Might need those. Yeah, so we've got KO on this Wug Trio next turn, which is strong. Never say no. never say no. Not the bib. So literally this next turn, we can get into a point where we take out 2 Wug Trios, which is pretty gas. And we don't really have to worry about targeting a draw engine when you take out the attackers. It's kind of like in Lugia. If they're playing like down Minchinos and they're playing down Archeops, it's like, which one's easy to target? You can like target the Archeops, slow down their energy engine, or you can just get rid of their attackers before they actually become dangerous. It's kind of just whatever the vibe ends up being. Getting another Wiglet down's fine. Gotta hit the Artisan first. We'll get another Duskull. And also getting rid of our own, fellas, our own Duskulls, does mean that we don't get any advantage on the prize trade, which is nice. So it doesn't activate reversal energy, which is always handy. Alright, we got everything cooking there. We'll hit a Sardis. Go for a Shoes. Yeah, why not? Will we need a bundle? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Alright, Dusknoir is here. Zach, stop stream sniping! Bro's self-reporting the stream snipes. Alright, so he goes Blast. Say goodbye to the Wug. Sorry, Wug. Is that 3 Wug out of commission now? 1 Wug? No, just 2 Wug. Alright, and that frees up a bench space as well. Dark Patch is nice. So, Dark Patch, 1 Dark Energy to our boy. And, like, we're kind of fine now. We can just, like, pass this along. Because we have our Night Stretcher next turn to still deal with another... Dude, how greedy do we want to be? Another Dust Down. You know what? I feel like we could just go for a Darkrai. Chuck Darkrai down, get the V-Star next turn. Use that to refresh some of our cards. Let's do that. And pass it away. Yeah, so we got 1 more Night Stretcher to grab another Dusknoir back. And freeing up a bench space, eventually we just want to go in with Roaring Moon. And if we get Roaring Moon and Petrunt down, like, there's no way that we're going to get trapped with our buddy, our friend. Our main squeeze. The counter catches. Have they lost any counter catches yet? No. Yeah, like, not having access to an extra Wug is kind of got to be a little bit tough. So Reversal's not online, so there's no way to get 3 energies yet. But it might come relevant soon. So maybe, like, evolving the benched Wiglet into Wug Trio might be the play at this point. We're so still here. Research away this for a couple of extra fellas. I do love a deck because it's just got Industrious Incisors. Couple of Wugs. Yeah, we've got Duskull, which we can use on Mimikyu, but we can just Frenzy Gougings any Mimikyus. Surely there's no way. There's got to be no way that there's... Damn, that sucks that we not... we might hit Candy with We can hit Candy or an out to Darkrai and then get your boy to pop off. Alright, let's conceal. There's a Petch. Like, we don't really need any more Dark Energies. We only need one attack for the entire game. And that's it. So we can probably just bin this and just use everything else that's in the bottom of the deck. Alright, that's enough balls to go for it. Alright, so Darkrai can get us back. Darkrai gets us back Stretcher and Stretcher Candy. Then we go Pecharunt and Knockout active. So we'll go here. Big Star Abyss. For one of those. Stretch me one of these. Boombucklat. How many Petcharunts do we play in here? It's 2, isn't it? I don't know whether we prize one, though. We could have potentially prized one. I can just hit the Artisan and check. Uh-oh. No Petch. No Petch, no energy. Alright, we're probably just going to be passing this one. Yeah, we've got, like, Night Stretches, so we're kind of fine, like, still. Don't think we really want to, give outs to Artisan. So yeah, we can stretch it back up if we get locked out, but I don't think that's, like, going to be too much of an issue. One's the standard. I mean, yeah, we like... Do we play Heavy Ball? Could be kind of griefing if that one guy gets stuck. Alright, so... Reversal doesn't work on Mimikyu, so... we're kind of fine there. Not another Wug coming back in. Little Wigs! Little Wigs. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon with a rule box, but that doesn't, like, count for... That's just damage done. If we just say, this guy knocks out your guy, that's where it's a little bit different. One more Wug. Get another Wug. I'm playing a pretty dangerous game. We do only have 7 cards in deck. I was kind of planning just to end up in absolutely nothing getting knocked out. So, well, we have 2 Candy and 1 Stretcher left. So like we Calamity Storm here, and then we got Knockout on 2 Wiglets. I was gonna attack. You can't attack. It's got this is only for evolution Pokemon. Yeah, so I think we're fine just to go for the Duskull here. Like, it's a little bit bad though. Like, we only have to get 2 heads on a Wug trio, and we're kind of out. Don't want to lose to actually getting milled. Do we have... There's a Wug. Alright, this is actually scary. This is... Oh, the energy's there too! Hit it! Hit the tunnel! Hit the tunnel. The plot armor is going to be so real here. We're just going to... Oh, yeah, we got... We might actually just be bodied because we'll get... If we lose our one candy, we can't off the Darkrai. Yeah, this doesn't play any rods, does it? Are there any rods in this deck? Get it cooking. Alright, so Darkrai does 30. And then we've got KO on Wiglet off the Dusknoir. So like our odds are odds. They're just not huge. Alright, so we got Candy. So that gives us KO on Wiglet. So we stop. And it's 30 plus, so we just needed the 2 energies on there. And we can... Yeah, so we just, like, we hit Stretcher. If we hit Stretcher, if we don't hit Stretcher, we're kind of out of luck. So it's a 1 in 4 chance that we lose, which isn't great. Oh no, we do have Ultra Ball, so we just Ultra Ball. Am I tripping? Patch. Oh, then I'm not gonna... Oh, bro, I'm not gonna have the Dusknoir cook. I might have bodied myself. Did I body myself by just, like, not getting... Bro, you don't even need to play Wug Trio. Just deck yourself out. Yeah, so it's always grab one of these to go KO. But I need the 1 extra energy and Petch, and I've only got 1 Night Stretcher. Which I need 2 cards. I think it's one of the... What I don't even know what our last prize is here. Yeah, that takes us down to 1-1. I feel like our last... Is our last card energy? No, that's Grim. We just bodied ourselves. Because Night Stretcher gets energy, but then we don't have our way to get into the active. Yeah, I've just sold. Massive sell. I probably could have just, like, used the, Yeah, because then we just end up in... Oops, that's not even the right guy! Didn't grab the Petron! We could do a massive flip the script for 0. Yeah. Man! I don't know what our last prize card was. Let's go! Yeah, I think there was... Yeah, not having Petrunt was a little bit grim. This is why I need to get reps in on the deck. I don't actually know what our last out was, whether we had an out to energy. 10 Pokemon. I think the last one might have been... Yeah, the last one was our... One of Dusclops? Extra Dusknoir? Yeah, I don't know the list. I don't know the list. We get BN. Yeah, because that was going to be enough damage to go for 90 to KO Wug Trio. Yeah. Not the mill! All right, Apple, queue it up. Apple, are you in the game? Yeah, 7 Dark Energy. 1 switch card. Stream Snipes and Beam in the same game. Yeah, I don't even know what the last one was. I think we had all of our patches gone. Yeah. We cooked. We cooked. We cooked. We cooked. We got cooked. All right, now we have to push through the terrible friends. There we go. No worries, Zach. We jump in. We game. Yeah, I think it's probably just like safer in that matchup just to be like, all right, I'm not going to go aggro on the Wugs. We'll just like, I mean, benching Squawk was pretty BMing because we didn't even use it. I think benching Squawk at the start, just not even the bench space, was kind of bad. So if we know we're not going to use Squawk, probably don't use Squawk. Because yeah, we got to a point where we had outs to go through like half of our deck, but we couldn't because we had too many good things in the hand. All right, what do we? Oh, the Dawn. Apple's playing. Yeah, I don't like. Squawk's really good, but I feel like in this deck, most of the time you don't really even need Squawk. Alright. Well, we got outs to Pokemon, which is good. Having outs to Pokemon. Kind of fantastic. Alright, so we get a Greninja. And we will get a Moon. Petrunt's in the deck. Like, this would be an okay Squawk angle, but we've got 2 patch right there. So I think we just play down, stop, hit stop. Alright, Petch is gone. Petchy's gone. Yes, I would grab that. Honestly, we can probably go for a Squawk. Losing 2 Dark Patch, like, isn't too bad. But then we also have, like, a 3 prize liability on the board, which isn't amazing. Alright, I might grab a Darkrai. And say, hey, that's fine. Yeah, Zach, I can run one more. Had a game against Wug, did the same thing, bench Squawk. Yeah, I think just running out of that 1 extra bench space and not having room for Petch is, like, pretty tough. Here we go. We're going for a massive board. Oh! What does this guy do? This attack does 20 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Zero Aura's kind of fine. I don't know, is that... What does Mock Bolt do? Mock Bolt's like 30... I need to Google that card. Is it 30 plus? No, it's just flat 30. Oh, no, it's like plus 60 if your opponent's Pokemon's a V, I think. Which is kind of cool. That's just like... If it is 30 plus 60, that's enough to like KO Squawk or Lumineon with 1 energy. Here's the Jenny. Oh, we're going hard on it. Go the Zero Aura. So in this matchup, it's probably going to be pretty similar to, you know, any other Miraidon. It'll be load up little Billy. Load up a Moon. KO. Probably Fez target first. We don't really ever want to deal with Mew. Mewtwo, just because it's gonna just get rid of liabilities on the board. If Area 0 goes down, we don't really care. Oh! Apple, what happened? What happened? What happened? Yeah, it was 20 for... Did you think it was your bench Pokemon? Which, I mean, still doesn't do enough. Yeah, feature my bench Pokemon all. Yeah. If it was all Pokemon, that'd be so crazy of a card. Yeah, what is it? 0. I don't have the card. I don't even have the Mock Bolt one. How do I get out of this from here? Is this one? Yeah, this attack does 20 damage for each of your bench Pokemon. So, like, let's do what it done, like, damage. Yeah, so your bench Pokemon being my bench Pokemon. Yeah, no. I think that would be, like, unbelievably good. For 2 energy, I could see that maybe being, like, a 4 energy attack. 3 energy. It's a snipe attack? No, it's just damage to active. Damage to active, 20. And then, yeah, this one's the Mock Bolt one. So it's got Battle Claws. So, oh no, it's just 30 plus 30. If your opponent's an evolution Pokemon. Yeah, Miraidon was bad when this card was, like, relevant. What do you want? Do you want to run it back? Like, you didn't have to concede. You didn't have to concede. We can play one more Apple and then one more with Zach, and then I'll play some ladder to finish up. Yeah, you don't have to concede. No, is there, or is like like a decent card still, but I think the reason why this Zero Aura is so good is because it's got free retreat. This one I don't have it, but it's got 1 retreat. So this works well as being a pivot. It does some damage for 1 energy, and it's got Mock Bolt, which does 80. It's like a, you know, an out to like a Mimikyu though, so it hits enough damage to still KO a Mimikyu. Which, I mean, also Zapdos does the same thing. It hits for 3 energy, 110. So that's also a Mimikyu out. It would be so much better if your basic electric Pokemon included Zapdos, but it says except any Zapdos. Because bumping this up to doing 120 would be really cool. Because that would just be a like Mimikyu closer. But yeah, I think this is probably a good card in the deck. I don't know what your list is, Apple, but if you run this one, it's really strong because it does allow you to hit a Roaring Moon for 230. So even if you're not running it in like your normal list, you can definitely run it in this one just for the stream. But it covers like the same thing. Covers the same thing. I think I've seen some like Miraidon lists. Is there like any Miraidon that we can check out? The Don. Like, let's see what this one's cooking. Yeah, so it's just got the Zapdos in there, so it's not worrying about, like, Mock Bolt. You've got 2 Mew EXs, so that's, like, your free retreat pivot. And then, of course, you run 1 rescue board. Which you got a couple of, like, Miraidon, Fez, Squawk, Luminion. A couple of things that you can... Greninja as well, that you can whack that on, it makes it a 1 retreater. So, really good. But yeah, Zapdos. Zul's got a pretty good one with Area 0. Does he have just a list? Because I don't want to like open up a video. No copyright strike claims today. Zach, if your Apple want to send through an invite, we'll just do that, and then, as I said, we'll play some ladder. Like, I've got Zard that why do I need to have my search still relevant from Zapdos? We've got Zard that chances are I'm probably going to be playing Zard at the cup. I've chucked in the Cleffa. Cleffa's been kind of a vibe. Send in free retreater, grasping draw. No need to bench down the Rotom V. Cleffa's been feeling pretty strong. I'm not like at a point yet where I'm like cutting Rotom V though, because I think Tord cut Rotom and he just ran Lumin and Cleffa. But yeah, I haven't like got to that point yet. But I think like that would be pretty good on the cards. Whoever's Zach, I've got you right here, so we're in. If this isn't Wug Trio Mill and instead it's, what's another like fun deck? I forget if it's the Diplins. I do like the Diplin deck a lot. I'm really here for Diplin. Do I want to go first? Sorry, no. I honestly don't like mind going first here with this if you have like outs to Pokestop, outs to Duskulls. Like, you're kind of still feeling it. Prime Catch. Hisuian Zoroark. Does this play... I don't think it plays like any way of spreading damage to my side of the board. I know it does play like the little Dondozo, oh not Dondozos, Doduos, Dotrios. Look at these little guys coming in the mix. We stand. He's gonna cook. Jake, what's good? Alright, so we got some Gengars already in the bin. So yeah, the whole point of this deck is you get Gengars in the bin, bring them into play with the Netherworld Gate. That puts 3 damage counters on those guys. And then you can spread that damage around with like Lost Vacuums. Which I think's really fire. Alright, we'll chuck down some balls. We're actually going to be able to like use Pheasantipity in this. We probably just, like, after saying that, yeah, Squawk is like, hey, how's it going? I'm gonna chuck down Squawk. But this time I think we can get value out of Squawk, which is different than last game. Alright, so we can go Dark Energy, draw a couple of cards. They don't really matter too much. We'll go Patch. And we sell out our attack. No, we like need one in the bin for Sada, so we'll just hit the Kaka. Duskull. That goes for a fan Rhodey. Iron Bundle is probably pretty good, honestly. We might want our first knockout just to be on Hisuian Zoroark. Like, having one prize on the active, pretty fine. Run the stop! Big hits. No big hits. So with this one, we could go, like, we're just gonna, like, fill up with so much rubbish, though. Like, we've got Candy. Yeah, we got, like, Candy knockout next turn. Then we can research. I might... Yeah, I think we just pass. Yeah, I think we just pass. Next turn we got like Candy to go into Candy Duskull, and then we can take out one of the like Draw Engine Doduos. Alright, it's alright, we start in the game. But yeah, we can like chuck this active and then have like Duskull as our pivot. Just pretty litty. Yeah, kind of want to get to a point where we're that might change things. Not particularly. pretty much the same hand. Minus the fact that we don't have a candy already in there. Alright, we got 2 dark energies in there, so we can freely use the dark patch too. I don't know whether, like, even Terrapagos is, like, required here as, like, a line. How much damage are we trying to do? Because we only ever need a hit for 230, so we just need 5, 6, like, if we have 6 Pokemon in play. Like, I don't think the Terrapagos really needs to come down in this matchup. We just got cursed. Alright, we'll chuck up the Dusk. Alright, so we've got Ultra Ball, which can get us a Dusknoir. But we don't really have anything that we want to get rid out of our hand. Alright, well, Stop goes down. And I'm assuming just these guys go in the bin, because why not? Not the Fan Rotom! No. Keep him in the mix. I suppose Fan Rotom is, yeah, like only just to get Doduos, Dodrios out. We're going to be looking for Dusknoirs or Energies first. We'll hit Shoes. That will give us Energy Attach. Oh, we got Stretcher already. We might go Energy and then we'll get Greninja back in the mix. Never seems like a bad idea. Yes. Negative. Not today. Roxanne's a card. It's going to be gone in a second, but it is a card. Alright, so we go the Ninja. Help us draw some additional cards. Patch. Draw a Ninja. Another patch. Now, we can cover ourselves by attaching active. Like, we don't really want to load anything else up with 1 energy, do we? I don't think so. Like, that doesn't really help us, so I think we'll just go attach there so we've still got our retreat option. Send that over there. Darkrai can come down. Like, next turn we got Sada. We don't have an out to a V-Star yet. So we want an out to a V-Star so we can get back, like, double patch or something to sort out Moon. And now our plan is just to go 2-2-2. Candy on the stop. But, like, we don't really need to. Our game plan here is probably just go 2-2-2 because they can't do anything about the prize trade. So most likely it's just retreat and just, like, don't worry. Because if we take knockout here, like, yeah, we go to 5 and then 3. But we don't really need to do that. Oh, and what's good? How you doing, King? So yeah, I think, like, we're kind of, like, sorted. Like, there is the event that next turn we can go double Dusknoir KOs on 2 things and then KO active. It's like, that is on the cards, which would go down, but then, like, we're playing, like, probably a harder probably playing, like, a harder game at that point. But we could try that line. I don't think so. Because we've got Pheasantipity that we can play down, but we like need an attacker. Watching for New Zealand, Liddy. Oh, welcome in. Yeah, so we can have Fez that doesn't really like do anything for us. I think next turn we've got like Stop and Sada. A frenzied gouging. Four and 5, why not? Oh, dude, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for watching. Alright. Luminous Energy? What does this do with the deck? Oh, that's right. We had... Was it this one? Put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's actually fire. Why are not all decks running the Luminous? Because that's like pretty good. Zooming draw. Yeah, so we got attached Sada next turn, but it would be nice to find a stretcher. Because then we can go get Prime Catcher back off Darkrai. It's always the Dusker. Alright, so we got outs to draw with Brad, Greninja. We want to make sure that we've got energy still available though. 5. So we only have these 2. Just, are we going to come up short is probably like our main issue. Alright, I think we'll go for some shoes. Axiom, I just arrived in the UK. The card market here is rough AF for TCG players. I feel bad for you. Man, well, I'm over in Australia, and it's, like, probably worse, so... probably worse over here. Alright, we got a normal Darkrai V. We're pretty good. We're going to be doing, like, a spin the stop angle. I think, I can confidently say I don't think stretches exist in the deck. We got 10 cards left. I mean, like, we've got Roxanne in the bin, so we have no hand disruption. I don't know whether we can afford to, like, use Brad Grin. Or, honestly, flip the script either. Like, what, like, we go patch Darkrai. Like, we don't have a stretcher out. Like, we've got patch attached so we can Wind of Darkness. Pretty wild. We're just, like, not going to be able to attack with Old Mate. And we don't have... Yeah, we just don't have anything. There's Double Stretcher! Alright, so... Double Stretcher is a card. So our lines now are... Grab... Darkrai V-Star, Prime Catcher, and just KO active, probably. But there's so many cards in Zach's hand, which is what really sucks. So we've got that, and we've got an Out to Roaring Moon. So we've got 2 attackers, but it's just, can we set both of them up to a spot where we can clean up? Yeah, so I think, like, we have to just grab that. And we, like, don't have Petra, so, like, our outs here for... That actually means, like, that we can attack and take a knockout, which is good. But if we get cleaned up next turn, we're kind of getting griefed. So we can Stretcher, double patch Sada next turn. But yeah, like, we don't have Prime Catcher to get knockout. And we've prized Petron, I'm pretty sure. Is Petch prized? I think so. We'll keep Luminion because we might need it. We need Sada, we don't need Vessels. I just got rid of the Luminion. What am I doing? What am I cooking? What am I cooking? Candy, 1 Stretcher. So we got enough to take, like, some knockouts, but... yeah, just, like, not enough to, like, really game. So you have to go bundle to then prime to get into the active. This is so convoluted. Alright, so then we can go Night Stretcher to grab. Night Stretcher to grab a Moon, because we might need to knock out a Zorwonk. We have our Star Abyss, which we are going to have to grab one of those. And a patch. Patch attach. Catch her up. Like, do we have to, like, punch? It's like, it feels so terrible. But, like, we may have to go on the, like, the line that we knock out here, knock out, take out there. Like, we get to see a prize card here anyway, so getting to see 1 prize card, pretty good. That doesn't help us in the slightest. So there needs to be 6 Pokemon in play with damage counters to knock out Darkrai, so that seems pretty fine. Which is, like, our start. So I replaced Roxanne with Briar. What deck are you cooking at the moment? Jump into the Discord and send a picture across. Dude, Damage Pump's so good for this. Hello, I just started Pokemon TCG in Japan. Price is much better. Yeah. Yeah, you can use a VPN, which is good. So VPNs you can use to get access to TCG Live. I don't know whether you can download the APK directly, but yeah, definitely VPNs are a great way of getting access to things that you're not really supposed to have access to. What, like, it'd be nice if it showed these cards. Zorak Vista. Fair enough. Yeah, so last turn taking out, like, Draw Engine seemed, like, fine. Yeah, so this turn we can... we don't have any outs to another Dusknoir. It just seems like I'm missing, one card at the end. Because Night Stretcher gets back our extra energy that we need to attack with Roaring Moon. Alright. But now we're at a spot where it's looking pretty bad. Having 60, that's knocking out Darkrai V-Star, because we don't have 290, we got 270 HP. And Petron's in our prizes, so... yeah, our only line here is just go active, Sada attach, knockout. And then we don't have any out to your boy. No outs to Thingo. To a Dusknoir. Yeah, because we've got Stretcher to grab energy, which would take KO, and then we're one short. We're getting cleaned! We're getting cleaned! Yeah. So that would go there, and... yeah, and then we're one short from getting KO. Which wouldn't matter anyway, because that would only take us to... like, I don't know how that procs. Has anybody had experience with Dusknoir sudden death? Like, you use Dusknoir... we're just frenzy gouging. Like, yeah, so you just, like, Dusknoir, take KO, put damage counters on, and then I'm assuming because it procs, both people take prize cards. It's the same as if you go to sudden death, say on, like, frenzied gouging. Yeah, and then it's just a pass angle. Running a Charizard EX, adjusting towards EUIC winning deck, but I don't know if I like the Roxanne. GG, Zach. I have been running, like, pretty much the only games that I've had played right now are with Zard. I'll copy and paste over my Zard list from here. Where's Zard? I'm getting rid of this. This was, like, terrible. I know how to export on PC. Go to normal illness. Pro with a wug. I definitely lost that game. Yeah, the difference of, like, losing of someone winning and someone losing it themselves. It's like, all right. Yeah, I just, like, I've played 4 games so far with Tim 60, 2 IRL. Yeah, Apple, we're down to play some Chien Power. Like, I just need to get reps in the deck, because I keep just decking out, so I'm just going too quick. Import from clipboard. Yeah, this is my current Zard list. I don't even have, like... I don't even have Briar in here. So this is what I've currently got as my 60 for Stellar Crown. Briar's felt like pretty win more so far. Which, you know, like, that's pretty standard. Like, the card itself is really strong. But most case scenarios, I've just felt it's being like, oh, I can just win the game instead of going for a convoluted play around to actually use Briar. But yeah, like, it's a little bit weird because, like, it's got my Zards both as different arts because I copy and pasted the list. Yeah, I think at the moment, like, depending how, like, big Palkia is going to be, I don't know whether, like, Palkia is too much of a meta threat. It'd be interesting in the first Legal Stellar format to see how much Greninja there is, because I'd probably say, like, Manaphy's probably a cut. Like, you cut Manaphy for Briar. Like, I've been cutting Manaphy for a quick minute. Let's, we can go see after this, like, how many Zards are, like, actually playing Manaphy. But it just doesn't seem super good. Like, I think Guardy's probably the best thing for Manaphy at the moment, I would say. But most of the time, they're going to have, like, counter catches or other ways to get rid of your Pidgeot. So Manaphy doesn't, like, do too much in that matchup, even. It's more like Chi and Pow. And at the moment, Chi and Pow is not a deck. So it's really if Palkia is, like, a thing. Manaphy's good to stop Greninja. But Reggie Drago, if Reggie Drago uses Trifrost early, they kind of just lose the game anyway. Unless they actually, like, win the game on the spot by playing that, by knocking out 3 Pokemon that are under 110 HP. So I think this is probably like a cut. Manaphy's probably a cut for me. Roy, what's good? Welcome into the stream. I've gone back to Unfair Stamp, which is why I've got why I don't have Roxanne in the list. I was running Cape, but I think Unfair Stamps felt pretty good now. I took second today with the Arc list you played. Let's go, Lupe. Was that in a League Challenge? League Cup? Yeah, so I think Unfair Stamp is... Oops. It's gone. We won't save. Yeah, I think Unfair Stamp's probably a little bit better now. It's kind of like mixed, though. Yeah, there's a lot that you can feel around with. Like, I can see people going 1 Duskull still and taking out the Night Stretcher. I run Night Stretcher because, like, Duskulls, Dusclops, and Dusknoir is such a fire, like, combo to get. And having Night Stretcher there makes it so strong. I prefer B-Barrel over Fez. AX2 Prizer, but the Dusknoir. Yeah, I think Fez is just way too good, though. Like, if I was running Team Evo and DTE, I could be running B-Barrel, but most of the time, like, B-Barrel just ends up getting, like, stuck. Like, it's just such a liability on the board. In a lot of things. So, yeah, I like Fez is, like, really strong. It's 1 card that you can throw down and instantly draw 3. And it doesn't have, like... Oh, I need to stop right-clicking on things. I think right-clicking is going to bring it up, like, on TCG Live. I think there should be 2 Dusclops. Nah, 2 Dusclops is selling. We got Night Stretcher. If we use Duskull with Dusclops, we can just Night Stretcher back in. Hit it again. Yeah, if I was to play, like, a really, like, teched out list, it would probably be... I'm going to go back. It would probably be... Like, go down to 1-1-1, because we do have Heavy Ball. Get rid of Stretcher. Get rid of Cologne. Is there anything else in here that's selling? You could get rid of Cleffa, but Cleffa feels alright. And you could get rid of Manaphy. And I think there, you've got 4 cards that you could, like, play around with. Yeah, I think, like, that's probably, like, the 4 spots that I would have in the deck to play around with. But I really like the extra Duskull, so I personally like extra Duskull and at least like 1 Stretcher is like what I really like running at the moment. And as I said, like, having Unfair Stamp means that instead of Cape, means you don't have to play Roxanne because you've got Unfair Stamp now, and it's an item-based hand disruption to 2. Pretty good. But I think this is probably a little bit better at the moment than Cape. But it might change. It might change. Because I think against Raging Bolt, like, Cape is, like, pretty good. But sometimes just having Unfair Stamp, like, boss or counter capturing up Fez, hitting him up with an Unfair Stamp early, can be, like, much better. And then force them to, like, draw out of it and then play an Iono, like, on the next turn. And then say, like, deal with it twice. I don't know whether disrupting Raging Bolt twice over 2 turns is going to be a better win condition or lead to more win conditions than playing Cape and then just forcing them to discard 7 energy on one of their turns. But yeah, at least that's like where I'm been like cooking with it at the moment. Like, we head to online tournaments and we go to completed. We'll just see. Well, we'll just go to deck, say. Like, what's cooking in here? So we got Manaphy, not running the Cleffer, so Cleffer's like kind of flex. But yeah, we got Unfair Stamp, no Roxanne, 2 Iono, pretty fine. Mist Energy, I don't know like what Mist is really cooking up at the moment. Since you're playing Dusclops with Zard, wouldn't at least be 1 Briar. Yeah, that's what we were like debating at the start, is Briar like a win more card? And I said that I cut Briar because I thought it was, at the moment, it's been win more, which, you know, online tournament results aren't everything. Obviously, it's, like, not high stakes and whatnot. But, like, this deck just went 12-1 and took out Late Night, and I didn't even clock it. But, yeah, there's no Briar in here. So, this player also must have thought, yeah, it's kind of win more at this point. Like, you weren't having too tough of a time winning with Zard previously. Mist could protect bench from Dragapult Snipe. Yeah, like, that's definitely a thing that could happen. I don't know what you're really, like, protecting, though, in that matchup. I suppose you can chuck it on Pidgeot and remove the Devo. So I would say that it's probably more there for, like, Devos than preventing, like, the 60 damage with Phantom Dive. Surprised with only 2 Zards, but there are the rods. Yeah, I think most, like, kind of running 2 Zards. This guy's also got the Night Stretcher in there, so... Well, this individual's got the Night Stretcher in here too. Which... Man, like, Night Stretcher just feels so good. So freaking good. 2-1-1, you can get back any of these guys, run it back, and then Zard, it becomes just a free out to Zard. So if Zard gets knocked out, which I used in my cup, what was it, like last weekend? My Zard got knocked out, and I had an Ultra Ball in hand, and I had a Night Stretcher. I didn't want to get rid of cards, because my hand was gas. Just having that Night Stretcher just meant that I could go grab it. Or off Pidgeot, if I've got a Charmeleon on board, I don't have to go grab, like... I suppose you could just go grab a Charizard, but if you didn't have access to one, instead of having to, like, grab Rod and then have a ball in hand, it's like, Night Stretcher, it's back. Back down on board. Feels really good. Yeah, so that one wasn't running Briar. There's... I mean, this isn't, like, as many players. There's only 134... Are they cooking the Briar? They've got an Eerie in the list. I eyeballed that immediately. But yeah, this next one as well. This is like Super Control Zard. Yeah, no Briar, but you probably don't have space with the Control Zard to send that kind of an angle. No list. Alright, this one does have the Briar in there. Stamp Briar. Yeah, it doesn't have the stretcher though. But yeah, also cutting the Manaphy. Manaphy, obviously, you know, people aren't really sweating about the Manaphy. When you look at the matchup spread here of like Drago, Goldengo can be kind of sus, honestly, but usually Goldengo is not gonna be KOing you turn 2. with like Greninja. They definitely can, but not super often. Yeah, like probably the biggest user of Greninja would be Chien-Pao, and at the moment Chien-Pao is 25th at a 0.9% spread. So yeah, feels kind of like that. Just about to send a challenge, dude. Best of luck. Apple, best of luck. All right. We got Tim 60. I need to get reps in on this deck, so we're just gonna lock in. We've got around about 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, bro's out here flipping. Bro's flipping coins. It's not as coin flippy as some of like the other decks. It's not Lugia, but I've seen a lot of coins getting flipped for Golden Go. I'm here for it though. I'm here for it. I don't know how, like, Golden Go always seems like a weird one. It doesn't really get anything with the new set. I feel like we would try going first on some of these. Tim's literally got a whole video going through, like, how to play this deck. Fish! No! I would highly recommend checking it out. I watched it when it came out many weeks ago, and I have not gone back to it since. So, hence, absolutely selling with sequencing. Luminion's kind of cringe. I meant in live. How you doing a tournament? Please! Please be the Growlithe deck that we saw. Please be the Growlithe. We saw a Growlithe deck that was cleaning up on one of the tournaments. That's kind of heat. We got candies, stretches. We do want to see a Duskull in the bin, a Dusknoir in the bin, probably. Do we want draw next turn? I think draw's pretty good. By breaking in, jeez. Jeez. No swing-ons at my place. I know, I'm like kind of concerned about like having the window open. It's like, oh, people can like see out. They can track me down. Somebody out there that like knows GeoGuessr, like one of the, like, is it like the Swedish guy that's like super good at GeoGuessr? Immediately can tell where someone at by like the sand between their toes. Like they look at that window and they're like, oh, don't worry, I've already got your address locked in. It's keyed into Google Maps. Don't grab my moon. So cringe. Good thing I used that patch though. I was going to say, oh, that's fine. We can just go Luminion Fasado. Probably not. Probably not. Alright, so this is literally the deck that we checked out at the start of the stream. And this is goated. We've actually got like an interesting combo here. Where off this research we can like save a resource. Not the tails. Not the tails. So we can use this as well. Earthen Vessel. How many we got? We got 0 energy, 1 in field. Boomba Glat. So we can probably like save the rare candy. Oh, we can use rare candy. We can like save Night Stretcher for next turn, potential. Oh. Big plays. Big plays. Yeah. Well, shut up, Bixby. Probably just like save the stretcher. spin the other two, get a fresh hand. And yeah. I suppose we can... Like, I don't even know what we need to get off any of those. Like, we got nothing in the bin, so it doesn't really matter. Gonna Academy at night. And send that one onto the top. Does this play Petron for Switch? It absolutely does. And ideally, I would like to find... a Switch cart would be great. Oh, that's fine. So... So Dustnor can go KO. Like, they can't knock us out. So they hit for... Was it 160? I think it was like 160. Yeah, Prime Catcher is Switch, but we don't have anything to benefit off the Prime Catcher at the moment. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. All right, so we go Darkrai, Moon, Duskull, and pass. Yeah, next turn we've got outs to grab. Yeah, like a lot of things. Yeah, we're kind of heating. But yeah, they can only hit for 160, so we like feel pretty fine. Yeah, it was somewhere around there. Either way, like, now we got a heads, we're fine. So we're not going to get any more burn tick on the next turn. I feel like they play, like... I have no idea. I have no idea what they played. It was so long ago. It was like 2 hours ago that we looked at this list. So is this for another Growlithe? No. Just get rid of it. Yeah, so Darkrai is really good. Like, you can play down things like Prime Catcher, and then, like, you could Darkrai V-Star and just immediately get it back. So it gives 2 uses out of pretty much anything. As I said before, just definitely go check out Tim's video. Search up Tim Danklin on YouTube. Let's read what this does. It's 10 plus 150 more damage. So they have to Night Academy this to the top. This hit for 160, and then Hisuian or Radiant Venusaur after this attacks draws their hand up to 4. So it's like the last part of checkup is them drawing cards. All right, so let's sequence this in a way that is pretty good. So we want to take out Growlithe, which is good. So we go Nest Ball and get rid of like Prime Catcher. And then that will give us Darkrai, V-Star, and another Stretcher. That gets us V-Star. We Stretcher for Candy. For Dustnor to Candy. KO the one on the bench. That gives us a free bench space. And we just get back... Like, do we need Prime Catcher back? Like, it's good to have Gust. We've only got one card that's Gust. And then we can Star Abyss. Because we need one energy, so no matter what, we need one of these. I suppose we could go Catcher to get... In case they, like, Gust anything up. We'll just have that as, like, reassurance. For one energy. Attach. And Calamity Storm. And we will be discarding that stadium. Squawk's so useful. I love having my one of Squawk in the prizes by turn 3. It's pretty good. Cool, we got a Dark Patch as well. If everything's got... So, this has got Grass Weakness. We only need 2 energies attached to a dude. So we can, like, start loading up Darkrai V-Star to just, like, do... Oh, but we need, like, 4 energies on that. It's probably still just better to go Roaring Moon. They need Academy at Night in play. This card needs to be down for them to actually, like, deal more than 10 damage. So, like, I mean, that's kind of, like, wild just to cook with already. But yeah, if we knock out this Venusaur, we probably want to just go for a Growlithe. That's kind of a huge top deck. Because that allows us to still go for your bro. The Bundy. Off he goes. Whee! So we can Dark Patch to Moon. Or we can just bin that and get a... Yeah, like we're running out of different things in the deck. I think we still like want to power up attackers. Powering up attackers, pretty good. But should we save that just for Petrunt? Like they start losing things, we can just go in with Petrunt. I think we're just going to Calamity Storm. Does that hit 130? Yeah, that hits 130. We could just chuck this down and power that up. Free energies. Because the problem with their attackers is, with Darkrai V-Star, this does 30 damage for each Dark type attached to all your Pokemon. Once we, like, lose this one, we're running out of outs. Running out of a lot of outs. Alright, the Hassle Gaming. Yeah, we don't have... Like, I want Petrunt on board. Because Prime Catcher at the moment doesn't help us because we don't have any way of retreating any of these guys. Is Petrunt... I actually have no idea. Is Petrunt's Grass weak as well, isn't it? All these dark types, they've got like double weaknesses. Crazy. Yo, Connor, what's good? Welcome into the chat. How you been? So this does, at the moment, 10 whole damage. There's the Academy at Night, so they can get KO. When your draw engine's like nest stashing 3 times, like 1 card, such a fun deck. Boomba. Did I hit 3? That hit 360 damage. Where's the chat log? Give me the log. That's not Sunny Bloom. Alright, so... we definitely concealed cards. Petron is weak to fighting. Alright, that makes it a little bit tough. I don't know how many boss this plays. It's got counter catcher. Yeah, we definitely can't send in... we definitely can't send in a Petron at the moment. Fighting weak. Fighting weak. Because they can just get bossed up and clapped. But then we're probably also going to need, like, a pivot. I think we'll just get a Dust Skull just to thin it. DP. Got our concealed cards. We probably need concealed cards. Alright. Dark Patch, Earthen Vessel does it. So we get knockout on... like, should we just KO Radiant Venusaur and just have knockout the following turn? Probably. Alright, Patch. Vessel. We will Vessel for 2. I don't know how... I swear it hit me for 360 damage. And that scared me because I don't know why it would have got up to that. Can it show me how much... oh no, it was 160. Yeah. But I mean, like, next turn if they attack me, they're not going to draw anything else. I probably just... yeah, I grab, like, Squabbit or Growlithe. And just hit that so that way I've got outs to still having Night Academy in play next turn. Calamity Storm. No. Like, I don't know whether I should have gone for Squabbit there, but they've got 2 Squabbit, so it's not like it matters too much. But now hopefully anything that they chuck down... I don't know what A-spec they run. If they run a, like, Luxurious Cape, if they cape this, like, I'm running out of lines. I'm definitely running out of lines if they cape it. Because we don't play any other Gust. What is that card? This TCG never shows me the card. Alright, they got Vip Band. No, they can hit Lumin with Vip Band. Brother, there's no way. Vip Band with 10 extra damage. That's a wild combo. Yeah, so they CC. Man, this deck is cracked. It all comes down to starting the fish. It always comes down to starting the fish. Yeah, so that's pretty cracked. Hits for 170. If we just didn't start the Lumineon, we wouldn't have had him on board. Yeah, I don't think there's anything too much that we can do there. A GG's. Yeah, it's a really cool deck. I like it a lot. But I just don't know how often, like, it's relevant for... like, once... I mean, obviously 160 is relevant there with a Vip Band. Defiance Band's 190. What's 190 helping with? I'm not too sure, honestly. Not much. Not much. I do like that you can just get the burn. So burn does tick for additional damage. Right, this has been selling the stream. We'll run back one more with Tim. Tim 60. Like, I think the deck's got, like, a lot of lines, but you have to, like, use them. Which I have not been doing. Throwing down, like, a lot of damage with Dusknoir, really strong. But then, like, at the moment I've been, like, losing prize cards hard. Do I want to go first? First time seemed fine last game. With the amount of outs that we have to getting, like, Duskulls, like, it can be pretty punishing. Alright, so this is kind of juiced. Alright, I think here we just go semi-mirror match. If this is a Tim 60 mirror, that would be redonkulous. Prime catcher. Hey, that's pretty good. I mean, we've got outs to just get a research next turn, so probably just Earthen Vessel away that. And we'll just keep 2. I don't know, is there value in just, like, there's probably value in draw. Do we really want to burn switch card though? Probably not. I think we do just want to retreat here and say sack the Duskull if you want to take a knockout. Because I think Greninja's a little bit too strong. A little bit too good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Alright, so we have ops now. So concealed. Candy research. Prime. So I think here we can go prime into Duskull. Like, we could win this turn. We could, yeah, we could win this turn if we go prime Duskull, or we could just switch card, honestly. Like, switch card into... Yeah, switch card into Duskull, leave Moon in the active. And we've got Candy, so if we do find an out to Darkrai V-Star, we can just get Candy back. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of things that we can find here. And that's like a lot there. That's like a lot there. Just not finding... Yeah, not finding out like a out to Darkrai is pretty mid. And we also don't have an out to get back another little Duskull. So I think we might just have to pass that one over again. But at least we know that our Radiant Greninja is still safe. Nice vid's been trying out your Zard. How come the 2 Zards instead of 3? Because at the moment I've got Night Stretches in there, so you can pretty easily grab back a Zard EX from the discard and just reuse it, you know, pretty freely. So running 2s felt really safe with Night Stretcher. Running 2s usually fine because you do play 2 Super Rods, so you can just recycle them whenever. I think the only time that 3s felt a little bit better was just naturally drawing them. Like, having 3, you obviously have a slightly better chance of just drawing them naturally into hand, which has felt really good too. But yeah, it's been much of a muchness in some cases. But yeah, with Night Stretcher, 2 feels pretty strong. Alright, so they're kind of struggling out here. So we can go Ultra Ball. I think we can Night Stretcher back because we kind of want to find Dusknoir as well. So to give us more outs in the deck, we'll Night Stretcher for 1 energy, which we can conceal cards away. There's our Dusknoir, so that's pretty good. That means that we can take out the draw engine with Duskull and get KO on Roaring Moon. Do we want to bench down the Fez as well? Alright, so we can just get rid of Fez and Vessel. Fez, Vessel go in the bin. Get a Darkrai V-Star. So we go manual attach there. Star Abyss for Dark Patch and Candy. I don't think we're going to need Prime after this. Like, this is going to be a pretty, like, clapping turn. Attached to Moon. Candy, get rid of their draw engine with active Curse Blast. Boomba. Shoot up the Mooner. Oh no, we lose another Candy. That's not what we want on the prizes. Then we can Night Stretcher to get back another Duskull. Research for a fresh 7 cards. Nest Ball for another Moon. Patch to it. Because they play Judge now. Judge is like standard card in straight Moon. And Frenzy Gouge. And after that, we're feeling like pretty chill. I think after that, we're feeling pretty fine. Like, it's not hard for them to get a KO on the active Moon. Because they just go, you know, attach from hand Sada. Which now that they actually have energies in the bin, they can Sada. Which out of 8 cards is pretty likely. If this is for... Oh! It's Ancient Box? You could have fooled me, Buster. Yeah, it literally had no way of telling that's Ancient Box. Like, these are all cards that Moon can play until you get a Walking Wake and a Great Tusk. Alright, so the fact that they don't have a draw engine is pretty good. They're definitely not playing Judge, so we don't have to worry about hand disruption. And they won't be able to, like, bench down, like, Fluttermane or anything. Did they just play... They hella just played Explorer's Guidance as well. Bro, this is free. They played Explorer's Guidance. We can just Calamity Storm, get rid of Stop, get KO. Psych! That's the wrong number. Alright, if we get a Dark Patch off Stop, that's pretty lit. We definitely hit Stop here first. If they attach 1 energy here... Yeah, we can patch up this other Roaring Moon. Because, yeah, we don't have any way of double attaching to Darkrai. We'll hit stop and then shoes. So many shoes! There's always a bunch of shoes. What's in deck? Got 1 candy. We've got 4 of our Pokestops in there. Earthen Vessel. Still got 2 Dark Patches. So, like, our odds on hitting Dark Patches are, like, pretty fine. Off of shoes. Shoe. Yeah. We've had like 1 use out of Prime Catcher. It just ends up in the bin so often. Yeah, so we can find Sada still off this. Have not found a Sada. And we can't bench Lumineon now or else we don't have outs to petch. I think we still just want to take KO. So we'll go Bundy to bring up the moon with energy on it. And we'll chains into the active. Now, we will eventually kill ourselves, which isn't great, but we luckily have enough turns that that won't matter. Who knows? They might not even have another Pokemon to bench after this one. And if they do, we can go Ultra Ball for Dusknoir, which hopefully is still in the deck. I think I saw it there. Ultra Ball, Dusknoir, damage on another fella. But if they bench down another moon, then we're in a bit of a tough one. But they've only got 1 other moon. All right, so Flutter Mane, that gives us out to win next turn. That won't help you, Buster. Yeah, so that's fine as long as we haven't prized Thingo, which I don't think we have. I think we have Duskull in deck still. Or Dusknoir in deck. Push Moon. Oh, we just might stretch her. Hey, that's pretty good. Take out the Flutter Mane in the bin. Boomba. Yep. Man, that's crazy. There's no way of telling that that wasn't just a standard Roaring Moon deck until there's a Great Tusk in the bin. Kind of wild stuff. Anyway, we gamed. We gamed. The Tim 60 is definitely a harder deck to pilot than some of the other ones. If I wasn't on stream and I just, you know, wasn't having to think about other things, then yeah, probably a little bit easier to pilot. But yeah, I highly recommend go check out Tim's 60. I might chuck a link in the... I can do this. I might chuck a link to the video in the chat. So if anybody wants to go check it out, check out Tim. He's a great Aussie bloke. Tim Danklin. Get him to 1K subs. He's only 17 subs off hitting 1K. Alright. Share video. Copy. Alright. That's Tim's video. If you click on that one, it'll take you to watch that straight after this stream. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for jumping in and chilling with us. I appreciate it. I tell you what, out of all of that, did we learn much about Duskull and Roaring Moons and Darkrai's? Not too much. We kind of got bodied. And we also found out that the Regigigas is in the bin. Regigigas Reggie King's Wish Cash sucks. Which was what we expected, so we proved the hypothesis to be correct. But yeah, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Best of luck at any events that you might be going to. Next Friday, we're going to be back, and we're going to be playing a tournament. So it's going to be starting early in the morning for me. So it's going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning, and usually going to around about 2 p.m. if we make cut, which hopefully we will. I will get more reps in on this deck, and we'll play it, I think. We'll either play this or we'll play something else spicy. I don't think we'll run back at ZardX next week. But yeah, I'll get some reps in on this deck so I actually know what I'm doing. and we'll be ready to game next week. Also, next weekend is going to be the my next long form video, which we're going to be doing some Stellar Crown stuff. So if you're interested in Stellar Crown, we got a video dropping next week on Saturday/Sunday, depending where you are in the world. So get excited for that one. It's a bit of fun. A little bit of fun. Not really like the other videos that we've done so far. It's a bit more like storylined throughout. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I haven't even started editing it yet, so a lot of work to put in this weekend, tomorrow, and next week. But should be good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for jumping in, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.